Plaintiff Lattimore Hankins says when he started dating the defendant, she was only 19 years old, and he was 32. Lattimore is suing his ex-girlfriend for the value of a car and damaged property. Defendant Ivory Harris says Lattimore is nothing but a liar and a cheater who had naked pictures of other women in his phone. Ivory denies owing Lattimore because she claims he breached their agreement.
Prove your case.
I vow, Your Honor, that I would never talk to another young girl again. I walked in the store just to buy a cell phone.
Young as in what age?
When I met her, she was 19, and I was 32.
Okay, go ahead.
So I walked in the store just to get a cell phone, and we kind of talked and whatnot. We exchanged numbers. Then she contacted me later talking about, you love Ivory already. I'm like, Ivory? Who's an Ivory? You know, so I called her back, you know, we started chatting or whatnot. We agreed to go out. So next day we went out, we went to a club. So we pull up in the club parking lot, and she said she got to get her fake ID out. I like, fake ID? That's when I found out she was only 19. So I'm like, 19, I'm 32, 19, I'm 32, but she had this orange dress on. So I'm thinking, 19, orange dress, 19, orange dress. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, orange dress. I forgot about the 19. You know, I was just looking at the orange dress. So we went in the club, we had a good time and whatnot. And you know, we started spending a lot of time together. But I started noticing that she was all about herself and she was kind of insecure. She started telling me about stuff that was going on in my house that I know she wasn't there for. So I found out she became friends with my friends just to find out what I'm doing when she's not there. And I'm not doing anything. All I was doing was going to work, coming home.
Your buddies, your male friends?
Yeah, my male friends.
Would tell your girlfriend what you do?
Yeah, they was telling her.
Why do you think they were telling her?
I mean, look at her. You know, she look good. I mean,
so they were interested in her too?
I guess so.
And they're still your friends?
I mean, kind of, sort of. Not really.
Good enough. To each his own. You're a good man. You're a good friend. Good friend. All right. You want to tell me anything about this before we get to the car he's suing you for?
Yes. Let me start off. Lattimore came. He's a liar and he is a cheater. I'm not insecure, you know. He was always doing stuff. So the day that, you know, we met at my job or whatever, he came in, he stated he was getting a phone for his nephew. Come to find out months later, it was actually for another girl and everything. Then he had like a cable job. So he would come home at like 11, 12 o'clock at night talking about he just finished doing cable.
Oh, you all were living together?
Like, you know, I would go to his house, like, you know, most of the time during the week. And so I'm like, I'm not stupid. You're not doing cable at midnight. Like, you're not leaving the customer's house at midnight.
But I was coming home. When I got home, I was dirty.
Finish, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, and like, you know, I'm not. It was like at one time he was working out of town doing cable, and I called his phone, and a Hispanic lady answered the phone talking about she don't speak no English and everything, and hung up on me. And I called back, and he like, I don't know what you talking about. Ain't nobody over here, you know. And I'm like,
but she didn't speak English. I didn't speak Spanish, so
okay, yeah, whatever. Whatever. It was somebody else answered the phone, and so it was like every time I would go through his phone, it was pictures of boobies and booties and everything. And he claimed it'd be his best friend. And I'm like, that's not, you know,
How
I'm not
did you all
stupid.
break up?
I just got tired of it.
Okay, when did you all break up?
It was like the beginning of December, right before Christmas.
Of 10? Now, how does she owe you for the value of a car?
Okay, back in March of 2010, and I seen a car that I liked. So, you know, I went and seen the car, and the car was like $3,700. And I didn't have all the money to pay for the car. So I had $1,700 to put on it. And I got the rest of it from her, $2,000.
You got bad credit?
No, I don't have bad credit.
Why couldn't you get it financed yourself?
I did. I financed it through...
I say yourself. I'm not laughing anymore. Why did you have to get a car through her credit?
It wasn't on her credit. She just let me get the money.
Why did you have to? That's even worse. You can't buy, you're a grown man and gotta get money from a kid to buy yourself a car. Do you work? And then come in here grinning and skinning. Go ahead, Trick. I'm sorry. Lattimore. I'm sorry, Lattimore. That's your name. Go ahead. So, all right, she loaned you money. How much?
$2,000.
All right. And then what?
I mean, I paid her money back. I know I gave her 3 payments of $500 each.
When?
It was like May, July, and October.
Of what?
Of 2010.
Okay.
I paid her, but I was giving her money throughout the year. That was my...
Giving her money, that's exactly
every
what
time
that
she
is.
needed money, like...
That's a gift, sir. That's exactly what that is.
Okay. I mean, I was giving her money for this, that, and the other.
That's a gift. So, I don't know if you can count or not, but you said you paid her?
Yes, I paid her.
You just told me you paid her $1,500.
But
Isn't that what you told me?
I also bought a washer dryer. I hooked it up for her. I bought a living room set,
right.
couple of TVs.
Gotcha. And so why do you want the value of the car?
Because she just took the car from me.
When?
It was May 15th.
Okay. So you have to be a little more, give me some more background. I don't know you, I don't know nothing about this. I don't associate with tricks at all.
I mean, because it was like me and her had a pretty decent relationship. If she needed something, I would give it to her.
Man, tell me what he's suing you about.
The agreement was he would pay me back. And I didn't really give him like a time frame to really, pay me back. So what we did, we put the car in my name, and he was gonna lease it from me until he paid me back all the money and everything. And he paid me the 3 payments or whatever, but it's like the agreement, since the car is in my name, like he ain't supposed to have other people driving it and everything. And
that was an agreement?
Yes. And
that wasn't an agreement.
Yes, it was.
Because the insurance and everything was in my name. It was registered to me.
Enough, sir. Go ahead.
So I would see like girls driving it, and so I just got fed up. And while he was asleep, I had a spare key, and I went and got it, and I sold it.
Okay. You sold it for how much?
$37.
All right. Sir, what was the agreement regarding others driving the car?
We didn't have an agreement with others driving the car.
All right. Did you let other folks drive the car?
Yes.
Okay. Women, obviously?
Nah, I let my nephews don't drive the car.
Never let a woman drive?
Nah.
All right. I believe that she is reasonable enough, and she sounds reasonable enough to state to you that no one else should drive the car, because she sounds smart enough to recognize she will be putting herself at risk. All your insurance or whatever might not cover a person driving the car with an invalid license. In fact, insurance doesn't cover that. So all you viewers, when you loan your car to someone, just because the insurance will pay for anybody that drives, well, if this person is driving illegally, the insurance will not pay for it. And if something were to happen, she would be liable. You did let someone drive it, and you breached their agreement. However, you must tell me how this breach hurt you. Your feelings hurt?
I mean, yeah, I just feel like throughout, I was loyal to him, I was faithful to him, and he just dogged me out or whatever. And I'm a good person, and yeah, my feelings was hurt because, I wasn't doing anything, and I would always catch him doing
How much you think you should get for your feelings being hurt? Right. Nothing. The property, how does she owe you for damaged property?
Well, when she took the car, my computer was in the car. And she did give it back to me, but the computer never worked since. Okay. So I had to go buy another computer. So I went and bought another laptop.
Something happened to his computer in your possession?
Well, I was using it, and I have a 3-year-old, and I have a little dog, and they always playing and everything. So she knocked it over, but I thought it still worked. I ain't know it was broke.
And he gave you a total of how much?
For the computer?
The car.
It was like $1,500, but he was giving me like money and stuff. But like you said, it's a gift. So
did he say? No. Not if he said, here's some of the money on the car. Did he ever say that for anything other than the $1,500?
Like 2 times maybe.
How much was that for? It was
like $100. Like one time, he was like, "Here's $100
so we're
for the
up
car."
to $1,700.
Okay, so yeah, you could say 17.
All right. And your computer damages for how much?
I just bought another computer, and the new computer was $450. But the computer I had was a lot better than the computer I bought.
I'll grant you your Judgment for the entire amount of the car, $3,700. You have the car in your name, so you get to keep the car, but you have to pay him.
I sold the car.
Okay, and you kept the money.
Yes, I
so
did.
So you keep the money. You keep the money till we leave this courtroom, and then the $450 for the computer. Judgment for the plaintiff. Leave the young girls alone, because you see, you do get tricked. All right. Have a good day.
I don't know why she think I'm a trick or call me a trick.
You
I said
are.
I was cheating.
You are.
I wasn't cheating.
You are
I didn't do anything.
I seen it.
I was working.
I seen it.
I was working.
Whatever,
That's all it was. I didn't do anything.
Whatever.
I don't know why she think I was doing something. I wasn't doing nothing.
You were tricking on them hoes. That's what you was doing. But I could be a gold digger, so
I wasn't doing anything.
I got all your money, so.
Whatever.
And
you got to give it back.
And yeah.
And now you got to give it back.